ripping, just like old times. Well, this is a little sketchy. Oh yeah. Y'all good? Boy, tell you what, she feels solid. Apply light pressure, let the drill do the work. Here you can see the whole Coosa board. Boy, this is nice. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Boat Restoration by Ben. On today's episode, we are taking the Pursuit 3400 out for the first time since the hull's been redone and everything's been repainted. It is February on the Chesapeake Bay. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. So I just missed them pulling the tent off. But wow. That completely changes the boat. I mean, look at that. Raising the water line, changing the boot line. I mean, it totally gives the boat a different feel. I cannot believe how that turned out. Wow. And it's just perfectly reflecting. I mean, and you guys have to realize how much work went into this hull side to get it to where it is, and how much stuff we repaired and removed and cut out. For it to end up like this is truly unbelievable. Oh my God. Yeah, man. Wow. That is really cool. Unbelievable. I'm here to put some through hulls in this bad girl, and she's gonna launch next week. And I gotta get my anchor back in. We're drilling our through hulls. As you can see, inside, that black that you see is actually the Coosa board. So where all of our through hull fittings are is not balsa coring. It is that Coosa board coring, and it's actually, you can see. So we've got that much thickness. That's about a 1/4 inch of glass, fairing material, and paint. And then there's that Coosa material, about a 1/2 inch of Coosa on the inside. That's actually even more than 1/2 inch. And then on the back side is epoxy resin. So that's where all the through hull fittings are. So kind of boring work, but I'll rip through the rest of the hull side here. And I've gone through and checked on each one for sizing. So we've got 5/8 inch here, got 1.5 inch, 3/4 inch, acre locker drain up there, and then a couple more over on this side. So that one will be 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch, 1.5. And here are all my brand new stainless steel through hull fittings. 316 stainless steel metal through hull fittings. All of them will get a rubber gasket, but then they'll also be 4200'd in place. So no more issues with leaking. And just as a quick tip here, I'm going reverse first to start and cut my hole so I'm not chipping the paint. And then I'm going back to forward here until I get my bit all the way in. So go back to reverse, scuff, Just barely hit the tape there. But I'll just show you guys. Scuffed my line, so I initially have it. I need to go a little bit more. There you go. Now I can switch to forward and less of a chance of cracking paint or chipping anything. Now I can apply a light pressure, let the drill do the work. Saved all the coring pieces too, so everybody can see. There's the Coosa, about a 1/4 inch of glass, fairing material, and then paint on the outside. All of them consistent. They're the exact same. And there you can see the whole Coosa board. So once I'm done with drilling the rest, I'll pull the tape, clean them up, and then test fit all of those. Well, and before we go too crazy, we're using 3M marine adhesive fast cure 4000 UV. 4000 doesn't yellow, stays white. And then I'm just doing one little bead around the inside of each of these through-hole fittings, and that will press fit right up against the hull. And I'm putting it on the inside, so hopefully it does not push out. Yep, okay, cool. Get the glue on there. And I'll go inside and put the piece on the inside. Well, today is a very important day. It is February, and temperatures are about 51 degrees, and we're going to launch the 3400 Pursuit. First time since October 7th when the boat was hauled out. So, big day. Paint job is complete. Through-hull fittings have all been replaced with stainless steel, gasketed, fully sealed inside and out with marine adhesive, caulk. I use 3M 4000 for above water, the non-yellowing kind, and then 5200 for anything below. But remember that all those through-hulls are through Coosa board as well, so not balsa coring, but Coosa, which is a synthetic composite material. So anyway, this is where we're at. I cleaned out the air filters for the engines because they were covered in green dust from all of our sanding and grinding efforts for the paint job. Last things for today. Last week I put in the drain plug. I ran through all systems. Batteries are charged. Did a couple miscellaneous things inside the cabin that I'd been messing with for a while, but everything should be buttoned up for the most part. Oh, I tried to get my anchor back in the boat, and we had pulled the anchor chain and the 150 feet of rope out of the boat so we could replace that through hull anchor drain, which was the culprit for all of this to begin with. But anyway, I tried to put that back in the boat, and my windlass was basically dying out. So either the battery that it's connected to is super dead, or I need to look at my windlass motor. I'm gonna think that the battery's dead. I do need to replace the batteries on the starboard engine, which also double as the house bank right there. So anyway, driving in just about to the marina, and we're gonna give her one last check over before I drop her in the water. So here's as she sits this morning. Here are all those through hulls that we've got in, bottom paint where it should be. And the last thing we did here on these engine vents, we actually had to get creative. These are for the engine air intakes, so it's a water drain. We glassed them in, epoxied them in, then we had to build a dam so the water flows out of these better. Because before it would pool at the base, and water would just sit in there for a while. So anyway, and it's about 50 degrees outside right now, so the hull's sweating a little bit. You can even see here. So sweat, no sweat, Kusa, balsa. Same thing over here. No sweat, sweat or moisture. Pretty impressive. And then there's my anchor. So I got to pull my anchor up here, temporarily tie it. Now that the anchor through hull is in, looks like the boys pulled it out though. So they may be glassing that one as well. I'll have to talk to Jose and see what's going on, but here she sits. We're gonna pop stand spots real quick, hit those last little pieces of bottom paint right before she goes in. There's one of the old fiberglass scuppers, all my old hull side material, which I'm gonna collect and turn that into a piece of artwork in the future shop. Scupper flaps, all 3D printed, same as the scuppers. Fixed my seal and my trim tab hydraulic rams, so those shouldn't be leaking anymore. I need to top off fluid. A couple more of my through hulls, and then I need to double check, but Harry was on board yesterday and they were finishing up a few through hull installs for HVAC, so I'm gonna hop down here and see how he did. It'd probably be nice to have some lights. There we go, cabin lights. Nice. Let's see here. Oh, I need a light, but looks like they're installed, which would be huge. I'm just doing my final checks throughout the boat, make sure we're good to go, and then this thing will probably be in the slings for a while bottom paint sets up, and I'll circle back once we get her moving. Well, and it's very apparent now that I have a lot of work to do on the gel coat, especially with how nice the paint works. The gel coat has really taken a beating through this process and has absorbed some of the dust and colors. So some power washing and then major buffing. Like I said, deleting that stripe, that old Pursuit logo. I've got a new Pursuit logo. yeah, that's going to be some good summer work. But anchor's up. We'll get this last through hull fitting in. I just talked to Harry about it. Ground out the back so we can fit the nut. Otherwise, everything should be tight. Ready to go. I checked the props shaft anodes the other day, retightened those since they've been sitting on there a little bit so they don't slide back. A lot of anodes, if they're not tightened properly, they'll slide back and hit the strut there. But props are coated, everything's coated. You know, the only thing I didn't get around to was repacking my rudder shaft seals, but that can be another day. Once they get wet, they start sealing up decently. She too heavy? I think she weighs like 14,000 pounds.
I think he's good to 20, right?
Is he good to 20?
Too heavy.
Dude, she's a bathtub.
What's your cruise? How much power do you make?
370 per motor. I cruise at 30 miles an hour. And I can top out at 45 miles an hour.
How's your wall feel about 45?
At 30, 18 gallons per hour. All right, we are in the process of putting this thing off the blocks and boat stands and then onto this hydraulic trailer, and then it'll go down the road to the travel lift. We got a couple stand spots to touch up. Right now, this is the sketchy part, getting the boat off the ground where it's been sitting for the last 5 months or so. Everybody's ready. Little tractor. Kind of a shame it's a Kubota, but that matches the boot stripe. Yeah, this is the part that I hate watching. But the boats can handle it. Bottom is all solid and good to go. Get out of the danger zone.
You want to be under the trailer.
Oh, Chris.
That's your saving grace. What, the frame? No? Yeah, you go
Yeah.
under the frame and you hide there.
Christ. It sketches me out every single time. She's moving though.
It's free. It's just stuck. No. Underneath. Crawl underneath the trailer. I just got yelled at too.
There it is. All right, she is floating. Just barely hanging on in the back here. And just so everybody knows, a boat's most stable and supported state is when it's floated in the water. You have the least amount of pressure on all surface points in the hull, so blocking them on the land like this actually puts a lot of point loading in specific spots, which is why we block them on the keel. And then just use the boat stands for lateral support. So now we're free. We're gonna pull out of here and
It was back.
get it down to the slings. Okay, so the current issue right now is that the hydro trailer has the boat off blocks, but with my tower, it will not fit underneath the travel lift cross member. So now I have to drive the travel lift down the hill here, and he'll pull out and then back the travel lift from the front of the boat so it clears my tower up top. So here's the travel lift. down to travel lift has been subbed in for the hydro trailer because the tower obviously would not go past that cross member bar. So now the boys are touching up a few paint spots. We got UPS, Mako's, boats. Everybody's cleared out. Look at that old travel lift. So now she's in fighting shape to go to the water. And we're gonna go up and down that hill.
Alright, let me go back to work. Let me know if it sinks.
I will. Lipstick on a pig. I got a lot of cleaning to do. Well, nothing's as you ever planned it, but we got the bottom touched up and painted. The boat's rolling out to the travel lift well. And believe it or not, the ice is mostly melted on the creek. You can still see a little bit of snow over off behind the reservoir. But anyway, we're getting ready to move. She is hanging. We'll do a quick walk around. There you guys can see the straps holding the keel. Twin props. Got padding between the strap and hull. Hit our sling marks. Put the drain plug in. Last through hull fittings in. What engine is it? Did he say?
Farm irrigation pump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Spot's empty. Down the hill and to the water. We are damn close to getting her back in. And hopefully not having to haul her back out for quite some time. Well, this is a little sketchy. With all these boats in here, it is tight, and they are just barely sneaking by this boat that's blocked right in front of the travel lift well. Oh man, it sketches me out, but this is moving boats. Now he's gonna have to pivot all the way around and then get him lined up, and he'll probably have to shimmy back and forth. Oh man. Look at that though. 57 degrees. Yeah, he's gonna have to pull forward and do a full shimmy unless he thinks he can make it around. Nice. He's gonna do it. That's big time. I'm gonna have to hop on board and get her moved around. I think the travel lift keeps killing itself too. That thing's like from the 60s. Said the little diesel on it was a old farm irrigation pump. There she goes. Whew, it's tight. No more ice. There she goes in. This was all frozen 2 weeks ago. God, she's dirty. Look at the windshield. I have to go wipe that off. Oh yeah.
Is that you too? All right.
First time splashing. Thankfully the water's up too. Last time I pulled in here it was really shallow. Check a few things once it's in. Alright, we're floating. Just check the aft bilge for leaks. Everything's all good in here. I got my strainers clear. No leaks from the sides. We're sitting good. I checked oil this morning. Oil all looked good. So we're gonna turn on batteries, fire her up, make sure everything looks good. Run a few checks, check the through hauls we put in, and do a quick walk around on the dock. Turn my cabin lights back off. Okay. Through hauls I didn't connect are plenty good. Sitting like 6 inches above the water line. Not bad.
Yeah.
How's the water line look? Oh, good. Plenty good. Yeah. The problem, she's pretty light on fuel right now.
Yeah.
But the problem was here earlier was that line wasn't tall enough, but it's plenty good now.
Yeah.
Nice. Long time coming. She needs a power wash. Desperately. How about this back? Oh yeah, the back looks good too with the black scuppers. Alright, we're just gonna set up a few things and crank her up. No, I just left it loose. Microfiber. There's that. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, everything came back on.
You'll need it on the inside as well.
Yeah, I think so. Connor's wiping some bay water off. Maybe a little overspray too that has to be cleaned up. All right, voltage is good.
It looks like the outside feels smooth.
That's good. Well, through hauls are open. Let's see if she cranks up. Everything's down, neutral. Oh, cranky. Oh yeah. Mechanical diesels for you. flowing water. Yep. Yeah, man. Look at that. All right, let's check down here real quick. Good job, girl. Oh, yeah. Cranky. All right. Let's make sure we have some oil pressure. Oh yeah, oil pressure, voltage. Give him a little idle speed here. Nice. Sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Hot dog, we are moving. We're gonna bring it around one of our slips and let her sit for the day, because I do have to go back to work here. But yeah, the windshield's a little dusty. I'm gonna have to wipe this thing off with some solvent or something like that. A little bit of overspray action going on. Connor's gonna meet me around with dock lines, but I cannot believe it. She fired right up. Engines are coming up to temp right now, so I'm gonna watch those. Oh, what? Log. Turning up some logs, huh? That's exciting. Good. Tide's high right now, but I have no doubt I'm kicking up the bottom pretty good. Especially with being like the first boat out of here in a long time. That's never fun. Remember, I picked up a rope and we pulled this thing out in October. But yeah, everything's holding strong.